y'all should go just to, how long you been married?
13 years.
Oh, y'all need to go. Because sometimes you just need to go for like an oil change or a tune up. Like
Right.
nothing's wrong, but things could be better. You know what I mean? Do
Nigga,
y'all
y'all need
have
a
a
whole new motor. Fuck talking about that.
Hey, Playboy, run this shit, ho.
What up? What up? What up? Welcome to the.
Fuck out of here.
Welcome to the.
Fuck out of here.
Welcome to the.
Fuck out of here.
Welcome to the
Fuck out of here.
podcast showing I'm the guy that never lies unless I have to say so.
It ain't shit be the dad DJ True. What it is, what it do.
We got a special guest this evening. She's a therapist. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Therapist. She goes by the name of Miss Brandi Rahim. We're going to give Miss Rahim a round of applause. Welcome to the FOH podcast, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, thank you for coming on because we got some questions.
Questions.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Got questions.
All right, man. Let it go. Let the core let go.
Fuck it up, Black. Fuck it up, Black.
You know,
Fuck it up, Black. Fuck it up, Black.
come
Fuck
on,
it up,
man.
Black.
You know what
Fuck
you
it
look.
up. Fuck it up. I did it.
No, you didn't. You look like a 80s, a 70s DJ. So just let it go.
I am no 80s. So
Man, you look like you 70s. Let it go, man. Let's get into the interview.
All right, go ahead. Start it up, man. Do you? I'm gonna let you lead this thing. You hear me?
Just let's get into it. Let's
Tell us about your
tell,
profession. How you got
yeah,
it.
what kind of therapy she is and everything.
All right. So I'm a mental health therapist. I do private practice. I do a little bit of adolescents, mostly adults. I've done some couples. So I'm the person that, people will say, go talk to the lady. I'm the lady.
Okay. That
Man.
lady. You're a very young looking lady. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 33.
33.
Oh.
Yeah, you're still a young lady. You're a young lady.
Yeah.
Yep. But what made you want to get into this practice? Like, is it something you wanted to do as a kid, or just something you just happened to frown upon as you got older? Let us know how that backstory came about.
So I always wanted to help people. I didn't know in what capacity. When I was younger, I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to work with kids. Then I was like, nah, that's kind of boring seeing the same kids every single day for like almost a year. So I was like, okay, let's find something else. So then I wanted to be a nurse, right? Because I'm like, different patients every day, cool. But when I got to high school, I took an anatomy class and we had to dissect cow eyeballs. And I was like, nope, failed the lab, didn't want to do it. So I was like, okay, how can I help people without the nasty stuff? So I ended up doing social work. I went to college for social work, got my bachelor's in social work, and I started doing like community work. So worked for children's services. I worked for foster care agencies, mental health facilities, things like that. That got old real quick and it was burning me out.
Right.
And so I got my master's in 2018 so I could do, more clinical work. And
Congratulations on it.
thank you. And I was working in maternal and child health. So I was working with Black moms who were pregnant and babies, doing that work, and start realizing that like mental health was like fucking up the Black community. Like that is what holds us back a lot, is the fact that we don't talk about it. We don't want to address it. It's like, oh, we knew Unc was crazy. Okay, but like nobody wanted to get him help. Nobody wanted to see what happened. So I started being intrigued by like the African American experience and how, we as a people are and why we are the way we are. And I actually just had somebody reach out to me like, have you ever thought about doing therapy? And I was like, no, I never done that. How would I do it? So I kind of got into it that way. I was just like, I'll try it. I've always been the go-to person for my friends. Like they've always called me for advice or be like, what would Brandi do? Right. So I guess it kind of was always in me. And then, it kind of found me and I've just been in love with it ever since.
That's good, man. So it was a easy journey. Like you.
Oh yeah.
It was very, very
as soon as I started, I was like, oh, this is what I was supposed to be doing. Like,
Find your purpose.
yeah, I
that's
found it.
good.
I was like, okay, this feels normal. Like, it wasn't like scary. It was just like, oh, this is what I do.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's cool, man. It's good to know because, like you said, mental health is a serious issue in the black community. We don't address
absolutely.
it. We don't talk about it. We don't,
You sure don't.
especially as black men. As black men, we don't let our emotions out. And if we do, we be considered punks, or we be
Hmm.
soft, or you're not supposed to do that. Man up. Uh,
Yep.
and it takes a toll on, especially black men. You know what I'm saying? Coming
Yeah.
from a rough environment, not even a rough environment, just being black men in general in society and all that. So yeah,
Exactly.
with that being said, we got a lot of questions for you. Now, I don't know how much you charge, but I hope you ain't charging too much. Cause you know what I'm saying. We got a couple questions, not like no therapy, just a little. If you
But
can rock.
before we start, I just want to put it out there. Do you have a lot of black clients and black men clients? Like, because it's frowned about. Nobody. Black people. We don't do therapy. We don't do all of
Yeah.
that. But it's like it's mainly us really going through it. So, do you have a lot of black clients? And
Yeah. I actually only have black clients.
you see,
Go girl.
I've probably had like one or two white, and that, but yeah, my whole caseload is us, our people.
uh,
Males though, I've had a couple, but they don't stay.
and
They
uh,
don't stay. I've had, and when they come, I'll be like, yes, a man name. Like, we about to do this shit, King. Like, come on. And they don't stay. They don't stay.
damn.
They probably do. The longest I probably had was maybe 3 or 4 sessions, and then after that, they just don't come back. So,
You think it's because they don't want to be told the truth, or you think it's just because it's a
I
ego thing?
think it's hard. It's hard for anybody. It's hard to face your shit. It's hard to hear about yourself. It's hard to face yourself. You know what I mean? That's why we drink, smoke, have sex, gamble, party, because we trying to
Mhm.
run from ourselves. That's why we stay busy. We
True.
grind, we hustle, we don't sleep. That shit comes from running from yourself. And I think that therapy is hard. I ain't gonna lie. I was in therapy for 5 years myself. And some days I used to want to be like, shut up. Nobody asked you. You know what I mean? Like, you be want to get back with them, like, okay, I know. So I think it's hard. But I think for black men, it's really hard because what happens at the moment that you feel like you about to cry? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That for y'all is kind of like, what? I'm a real man. I can't cry, and y'all can. But, society makes y'all think otherwise. And you don't want to be seen as like vulnerable or weak or not, all the stereotypes. And so it kind of is killing us. It's killing us. The fact that we don't allow ourselves to emote and be human is killing us. So, but yeah, our men, they don't stay. They don't stay in therapy. And maybe they need a black male therapist. Like, that's what I think. Like, oh, maybe they want to go to a man. Maybe, I wasn't a good fit because I was a female.
You think that's
You know,
biased just to go to a female because like a female probably go like I said, point the blame at the male, make him feel like if he tell you something like, man, I don't like the way she's doing this, but you could be like, well, what are you doing? He'd be like, man, I ain't doing nothing. Like, you have to admit you're doing something. You'd be like, but I ain't doing shit. You can't tell me I'm doing nothing. This, that. Now you'd be like, nah, maybe you gotta look at it from her perspective. Is she feeling this way to make you feel this way? He'd be like, nah, I do everything I can. But as men, we got an ego. So, we feel right.
yeah,
We feel right most of the time. We feel where we're doing too much. We feel we're going above and beyond, and like we feel unappreciated. And
yeah,
when we do vent, it's like it's misunderstood or it's not taken seriously.
yep,
As for the fact a woman tells us something or a woman said this has to be done, and it's like, okay, I get it, but what about me? And it's like, what about you? And that's like when we just develop this tough skin of like rebellion towards a woman, and like we don't want to speak to a woman. We
yeah.
don't talk to a woman because they don't understand us males.
Hmm.
So with that being said, you think is that normal for us to feel that way, or is it?
I think that regardless of gender, people want to be heard.
Mhm.
I think that men don't want to be spoken at. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants to be talked at.
Right.
You want somebody to talk with you, so you feel
Right.
like we hearing each other, we understanding each other. And so when we get to the point that we're talking at, then nobody's being heard because at that point we're just trying to respond. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be righter and louder have more points. And so at that point, it's really not a conversation because now we're arguing. That's what an
Right.
argument is.
Mm.
Exactly.
So I think that for men, you guys are supposed to be seen as the leader and the provider. And so to take direction, which it should be seen as direction, but taking advice from a woman may feel like, well, am I a man if she telling me what to do? You know what I mean? So I think some of that plays a part in it. Age could have something to do with it. Like you said, I'm a younger Black woman. The men that came were older.
Mhm.
And so maybe they felt like you my daughter age. I can't listen
Right,
to you,
right,
you know.
Mm.
And then one man was just downright creepy and he would say sexual stuff. And so I had to quit seeing him because I'm like, bruh,
you
what
be
the
the
fuck you
perfect right
Yeah,
on?
you
Like
doing
there.
you on some weird shit. Yeah.
yeah.
So
You a sex counselor.
yeah, no, he really did. He really did.
Oh
He was
wow.
creeping me out. He was creeping me out. So I was like, yeah, I can't. Like he actually was coming for sex addiction, and I was like, all right, uh, you
Wrong
know,
counselor.
yeah, like, and I'm all for addictions. Like I'm equipped, but when you're saying stuff to me, it's like,
Yeah, that's inappropriate.
now can you even take direction or advice from me if you're sexually attracted to me? Probably not, because that's getting in the way. You know what I mean of your, of your journey. So, but yeah, I think it's multiple things with men because there's a constant battle for y'all between who I am and who society says I should be.
All right.
I think that's a constant battle because y'all cry. You know what I mean? Y'all just express it differently. And so people say, oh, men don't have no feelings. They do, but they're not gonna show it the way that a female would show it because they're not allowed to.
Right.
And that's ingrained in y'all from when y'all was little. Like we tell our son, shut up, quit
Yep.
that crying, quit acting like a girl, as
Right.
if only
Yeah.
girls cry.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
we all have tears. You know
When
what I mean? We all cry. So I think that it's so ingrained in y'all. Y'all feel like y'all need permission to do it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And y'all don't. And so we have to undo a lot of this toxic masculine bullshit that's fucking us up because I mean suicide rates are extremely high in Black men.
Mhm.
And that's why there's nowhere to put these emotions because they packed y'all suppress them. So what do I do? Drink, smoke, have sex with a lot of women, gamble, maybe go to the club, maybe put myself into work. And then when that's not enough, then what's my
You know
next
what?
outlet?
Exactly. It's like a temporary fix.
Yeah,
That ain't gonna never solve nothing. That hit ain't gonna never diminish that pain that's deep inside that you can't seem to get out.
exactly.
Yep. So like,
Exactly.
as just but like another question I have, if let's say that I have too much going on, and for a woman to understand that only so much can be done, but when a woman expects you to go above and beyond, and they do the bare minimum,
Hmm.
but as soon as you stop doing the most, it's frowned upon.
Hmm.
So it makes, from a man's standpoint, it makes it feel unappreciated, make
Hmm.
me the woman feel like she's ungrateful, and
Hmm.
it's like it takes a toll on you if it keeps being done consistently.
Yeah, you mean in a
So
relationship?
right.
Hmm.
So like I'm trying to figure it out, like, because I also try to look at the, like I said, I just don't look at it from my standpoint. I look at it from the woman's standpoint. You never know what, like, how they were brought up, their
Hmm.
parents' history, their family dynamics. I just started recently looking into stuff like that. So
Yeah.
like once I started to understand it, I try to make it seem like, okay, let me see what this person is going through. Let me see what this person is dealing with. What's wrong with this person? Why did this person act this way? Because I didn't
Yeah.
think at it first. Like I just took it like, oh, you're not supposed to be like that because I'm not like that. Like, oh,
Right.
gotta act like that because I'm not like that. So
Hmm.
I just started, like, as from reading and understanding, thinking about it consciously and subconsciously. So it's
Yeah.
like I get it now, but at the same time, I still feel like it's not enough, and it drives, like, from a male standpoint, it drives you crazy.
Yeah.
So like that's
And we feel the same way. We feel the
right,
same way. I think that these are these are conversations that need to be had on the front end.
right,
And we're just now getting to the point where we are looking into childhood trauma, where we are just now looking into how was this person raised? What was normal for them growing up? What did they see growing up? Because literally we're only doing what we learned and what we were taught.
right.
And so you're saying, as a man, I was doing the most and she didn't see it as that. And when I stopped doing the most, to you, it might be doing the most. To her, that may be her bare minimum. That may be her baseline. And for you, you think I'm going above and beyond. And she like, my daddy did XYZ. You know what I mean? So you
Yeah,
have
and
to wonder where she's coming from with that
right.
and where y'all
I hate
baselines are. Like, okay, is taking the trash out above and beyond because maybe my dad didn't take the trash out. So me taking the trash out, she should be happy. And maybe she's saying, well, my daddy took the trash out, washed the dishes, did our hair, and took us to school every day. So what you got? You get what I'm saying? You got to see why you feel like that's doing the most and why she doesn't feel like it's enough. So a
right.
lot of this stuff can be handled with just a conversation of, well, what do you expect from me? Tell me what it is that you want from me, and I'll tell you what I'm able and capable and willing to do.
Right.
Because let's be honest, in a relationship, you don't get everything. And
Exactly.
I think when people accept that, then it'll be better. You're only going to get 80. Okay. We talk about the 80/20. There's nobody that's going to give you 100. So what are your deal breakers and what are your like, okay, that's going to get on my damn nerves, but I'm going to stick it out because that's going to be the 20 that I ain't getting.
Uh,
So I think those are conversations we have to have, and we have to be willing to have uncomfortable conversations
Oh,
of,
yeah. I crossed that threshold in my life already. I had to
okay,
I
good.
crossed that. Like
We
I
have to do it. We have to do it
right, right.
because running and
Yeah,
cutting
I just
off and
wanna
being
yeah,
petty and
it's
I'm gonna
always
get you
be
back,
yeah, it's always
that
go
does nothing.
cause
It does nothing.
add a fuel to the fire, basically. That's all it does.
All it does,
That's
it
all
just
it
deteriorates the relationship even further. And so when we can sit down and put our egos to the side, because let's be honest, our ego gets in the way, our pride gets in the
all the
way.
time. All the time.
And when we can move those things and sit at the table and say, hey, you may not like everything I have to say, but it's with love. This
Yeah.
is how I feel. These are my
My truth.
needs.
It's my truth.
Yeah, these are my needs, and this is what I need from you. Can I get that? And ask the person, can I get that? Because if you tell me, like, no, I'm absolutely not doing that, then I already know that. Then I can make the decision. Is this something that I can stay in this relationship and deal without?
Mhm.
But if we're not being honest, and then, it's just like, now I'm resentful because I told him that I was okay and I'm not, then again, we back having a volatile relationship where we're being petty and you ain't do this, so I stopped doing it.
Exactly.
So
How important is it to like let go of grudges? Like, is
it's
it
so important.
because like that takes a toll in relationships.
Life is so short,
Exactly.
and it, as a fellow grudge holder,
Mm.
I'm still working on that, but I realized that like life is so short. You cannot hold on to grudges. Literally, anger and resentment and bitterness will make you sick.
Exactly.
Like you. So if I'm holding on to all this anger, like I could start having kidney issues. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like our feelings and emotions manifest as physical diseases.
Right.
So for me, I'm like, I can't do that because you out here living your life and I'm mad at you and I'm getting sick and you out there living your life. So what am I
Yep.
holding on to it for?
Exactly.
They say like, what is it? Revenge or wanting revenge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah,
Like that's crazy,
yeah.
right?
Exactly. Yep. That's
So
crazy.
you gotta let that shit go, and it's hard. And for Black people, we can hold some grudges, but we'll go 20 years and not talk to somebody over they owe me $20. Are you serious? You
Yeah.
you willing to get cancer because your aunt owe you $20 and you seen her with some new shoes on, so you like, oh, she got new shoes on, but she owe me $20. I'm never gonna speak to her again. Like, come on now.
Let that
Then
shit
she
go.
died, and you at the funeral falling over the casket. Like, no, talk.
Nah, I'm
I
leaving
might
over the
fall over the casket, but I'm
my
gonna say,
$20.
you stole me $20.
All right, look, you better have my $20 in that wood. That's all I gotta say, bitch.
For real.
You're gonna be going to her kids like, hey, your mama owed
Owe
me
me
20 before she
$20.
passed.
No, no,
For
you gotta,
real.
you gotta be sympathetic. Hey, I'm sorry for your loss, but the $20 your mama.
God, we are so petty, y'all. We have to stop holding grudges. We have to. We have to.
That shit hard, man.
It's hard.
Like if somebody cuts you deep to the point where like there's no coming back from that shit,
Yeah.
you put the only way you can like forgive them is to let it go.
Right. And
But
also, forgiveness doesn't mean reconciliation. So I'm not
it
saying
doesn't. You're
don't
right.
hold a grudge and be cool with them. Like, nah, my aunt
Yeah.
owe me that 20. I'm not fucking with her, but I ain't mad either. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That she's not gonna get another 20 out of me, but
Right.
I'm also not gonna be so mad and angry at her. You know what I mean?
Well, I can
So
live my life for the $20. Yeah.
exactly. So
Okay.
no, forgiveness is for you to have peace.
Right.
Forgiveness is not saying that what they did was okay.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's not saying you accept it. It's not saying you're gonna fuck with them again. It's just saying I accept that that's how you are, and I'm gonna let it go. And
Right.
we also gotta realize that what people do to us is a reflection of them. So that's how I stopped holding. Well, I'm still working on it, but that is how I've learned to stop holding grudges. Because if you treat me that way, that says a lot about how you feel about yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? What you do is a reflection of you. So
Right.
yeah, you may have cut me deep to the core, but I can't take it personal. Because if you would do me like that, imagine the relationship you have with yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So once we start
Exactly.
to look at it as that, then you start to have empathy for that person. Like, damn, I feel sorry for you. Because you got to be in a lot of deep pain to want to treat me that
Like
way.
that. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
So
You got
yeah, so put it back on them. Hold them accountable. That's their pain. That's their trauma. That's their issues. Yeah, they may be a low down, dirty person, but why?
right.
What has somebody done to them? What kind of pain are they enduring that they're going around doing people like that?
Right. I read in this. I
Hurt
read in this
people
book.
hurt people.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. All the time. Shit. I read in this book that it said you have to be selfish with your feelings. So like before you say something negative about somebody, just know it's gonna come back to you. So
Yeah.
you wish all like somebody piss you off. So you know what? I wish you good. I wish you well.
Yeah. I wish you well.
But you actually wishing that on yourself. You
Hmm.
being selfish. So
Yeah.
all that energy comes back to you, and you could be like, "Oh, that's how you feel. You being petty." Be like, "Nah, I'm serious. I wish you well."
Oh,
But you being selfish. I'm wishing it
See,
for myself.
so
yeah.
I'm doing something good. Every woman that ever cheated on me, I always say, man, I wish them well. You see what I'm saying? You see?
No, for
You
real. You
see?
do. You have to. You have to because you got to think they gonna eat that shit one way or the other.
Oh,
So
definitely. Karma's a
me
bitch.
wishing it on them, they already gonna get
Right.
that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I don't do that. I don't wish them. I wish them what they deserve, and I just let it go.
Yep. It's the best thing you can do. Cause shit,
Yeah.
holding it, like you said, get you sick, get you through depression, and it
Yeah.
don't solve nothing. It's just a waste of time.
A lot of people they don't look at it like that though. You know, they don't look at it like you could get sick and you could make yourself feel. You know, they just
Yeah.
look at it like I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do and make you feel bad. But at the end
Yeah.
of the day, is you
And you
making
gotta
yourself.
think about how much energy you're putting out. If I'm up
Yep.
here wishing and hoping and praying for your karma and your downfall, I could be putting that energy into making sure I'm manifesting in my desires and my
Yep.
wishes and hopes.
Yep. Yep.
So I ain't even gonna give you that because I could put that energy into something else. You gonna get, what you get or not. Either way, I'm not looking for it. I ain't checking for it because I'm living my life.
Exactly.
And sucks to be you. Shame on you that you felt like that's what you had to do. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I definitely, I'm a firm believer in energy now. So shit, I ain't gonna ever put like too much energy into making myself feel down or sad. I'd rather put it into something that's gonna be productive.
yeah.
Makes my day better because putting energy into, oh, why you didn't do this or what's going on with this, like you're not getting that energy from me. Even if you come at me with negativity, I'm not gonna give you the privilege of that negative energy. So
Right.
you can keep that to yourself, and I'm gonna just keep my energy to myself. And like I said, I wish you well because I ain't about to keep going back and forth with you on something that's unresolvable. So like,
Right.
what's the point of keep putting energy to something that's unresolvable? Shit, either we learn to look at the positive and not the negative. Like let it
Yeah.
go. Like it is
Yeah.
what it is. Like I'm gonna just stick to. Look, if we can't be adults and talk about this maturely and move on from it, then there's no need to even keep this conversation going. Just look towards either fuck it or move on. That's how I look at it because it's a waste of energy, man. I don't like dealing with that shit. Like I just don't like having negative energy around me. Like, so,
Yeah.
I like that shit. So yeah, man. So
Sound like you was talking about yourself, sir.
I don't say
man. Talk
I don't say
about it,
negative.
man. Talk
I
about
don't say
it.
I don't say negative. I'm not a negative person.
No,
I just-
you're not
I
saying
don't like.
you're not
I
just
don't like
talking about
negative.
yourself.
I don't like negative energy around me. Like it can be anybody. I don't like.
No, I'm the same way.
I don't like. Like I'm married. Like I don't like negative energy around me. I don't like stuff that's unsolvable. I don't like stuff that you got two choices. I believe either you can fix it or leave it alone.
Hmm.
That's all you can do. But if you know you can fix it and you're not doing what you're doing to try to fix it, keep that negative energy away from me. I don't want that. I don't like that around me. It's like because it only makes you feel like just get away from me. I got time for that. Like it just I don't like negative energy. So that's just me.
What's up, world? It's your girl Smiley Love of Smiley Crafts and Things. And basically, I make handmade crafts with resin and epoxy. And I also resell jewelry as well. So follow my Instagram. It's Smiley Crafts .things, THANGS. And by using FOH podcast, when you DM me, I will take off 15% off your purchase. Thank you.
So
Yeah.
we got somebody that went to, you can say, therapy. And Blaine, would you like to explain like your experience going to like counseling or therapy? What you did?
Who's Blaine?
Come
You,
on,
sir.
man.
My name is I.
Well, I don't know what that is, but I know you as Blaine.
Well, I'm look. If you don't want to talk, I'm gonna talk. What's my brother's playing?
You ain't gotta talk.
Okay, go ahead.
Go talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you asked me again? Say it again.
Tell her your experience like going to therapy, because you went to talk to.
Oh, therapy. Yeah, therapy for me. Going through another divorce. My therapist is what helped me through my therapist. Just somebody to talk to. That's all I needed. Cause when I'm going to therapy, I'm going through something, and I just like I didn't want to get. This is my second divorce. I don't want to be miserable in the house. But by me talking to somebody and just letting it out, it just helped me through it, knowing that like what y'all say. Why stay mad and you can have something else to do in life? Why down yourself, sit at home all day and be miserable about somebody else who living their life?
Yeah.
So why just sit there? And the thing of therapy for me is just having somebody to, when you need somebody to vent to without judging you and not knowing nothing about you. It just feels good just to let people know something sometimes. Take a lot of burden off for you. But the main thing for me, therapy is good, but it's all about your relationship with God too. So that's my big thing.
Yeah.
So
what made you say I'm gonna go to therapy? Like, I don't see many men that are like, I'm gonna go. What was the point
that fix my marriage?
Okay.
I wanted it to work. I didn't. At the time, I wanted it to work, but
y'all were going as a couple.
No.
Okay, you went alone trying to fix it.
I'm trying to fix myself. Try to fix me, cause like it's my second one. But at the same time, if somebody don't want, and I just want to keep it civil, cause me and the first mama, we don't talk. So I just still want to keep a civil relationship with this one, and that's what it is. I don't. Is to say I know it's super over now. I thought I still had a chance. I tried a whole year, but now I know that it's over. I'm kind of at peace because I know I did everything possible.
Yeah.
Like I have no regrets, and that's why I'm kind of like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm free now. Like I did. I know I did everything. So when something happened, like be like, I say I know I gave it my all. So I have no regrets. And that's the piece I came with. And then the last straw was when like she moved on. I said, cool. Now I know I can move on. So
yeah, good for you. Good for you. It takes a lot to take that step. Like when people come for that first appointment, that first session, I'd be like, applaud to you, because a lot of people schedule. Like I'll have people names on my schedule, and then the day comes and they don't show up. So to show up, like that's a lot. So good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, appreciate
it. And it gives you peace. Like you said, I know that I've done everything. I've worked on myself. So you're not living with regret. Because, a lot of people make decisions, but they don't process, the aftershock and what do I do going forward. So good for you. Good for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, that was my issue. Like when I was like a few years ago, like I was like, I want to go to therapy and everything. And then I signed up. I just didn't show up because it's like
it's scary.
Yeah, that's
you don't know what to expect.
Yeah, and it's like, man, I don't know. Like I don't know this person. I'm about to go sit there and talk to this person, this and that. Even though, but in my mind, I can't take that step. Like I want to go do it. I'm just scared. Yeah, I'm just not.
But what are you scared of? Tell me what's your biggest fear? Like, what's the most horriblest thing you could think of going wrong with therapy?
It's nothing. I feel like it's nothing, but it's just something that's just like stopping me from going. It's like I tell my mom, I'm like, you know what? I want to go to therapy, this and that. Like, I didn't grow up with my dad and stuff like that. My dad died, and then like I'm still like trying to build a relationship with my siblings, and it's like certain things like that.
Yeah. Hey, mute your stuff.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Anyway, look. So Derek, you rather go to therapy with somebody you knew you walk in therapy like, oh, Derek, man,
no, it's
your family, man. What you want to what? What?
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
You up in here? Or you rather a stranger who don't know nothing?
Nah, you want a stranger because
you don't want nobody.
You ain't gonna want to hold back. Like if it's somebody it's certain stuff that you're not gonna want to say. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, but I think it's also important to note that you need to find somebody black. If you're black, your therapist needs to be black, because I think that makes a world of a difference. I went to a white therapist for my first time ever, and I think I was like 23, 24, and she was cool. I loved Miss Shirley. She was so cool. But it's certain stuff that we can say that only we gonna know what the fuck we talking about.
Exactly.
You get me? Even I don't care where you live. Like, I just relocated from Ohio. I'm in North Carolina now, but it's still certain shit that I say down here that they know what the fuck I'm talking about just because I'm black. That's it. They don't know me. I ain't grow up around them, but it's certain shit that we just know because we're black. And so when I go into therapy, I want to be my full authentic self. I want to cuss. You know what I mean? I want to make, funny ass references. I want to talk about shit that only black people understand. And I don't want to have to teach my therapist, oh, well, between sessions, go look this up so you know what I'm talking about. Or, oh, this was my experience and this is what it was like for me, so that you understand. When my clients come to me, it's certain shit they don't got to explain because I already know what that's like. Either I've lived it, I've been around it, I have people that have been through it or been around it. So I think that helps with some of that comfort too. When you walk in a room or when you get on Zoom and you see somebody that look like you, that's just like when you go somewhere. If you walk in a room and it's a lot of people, you looking for the black person in the room. Subconsciously, you're looking for, I'm trying to find some way to connect with somebody. And you often look in a room to be like, damn, I'm the only black person there. You see another black person, you be like, hey, you don't know that person, but that hey is like, I see you. I'm here too. So it's the same when you go into therapy. Find you a black therapist. I think the reason people come to me is because when they looking up therapists near me, they see a black woman, they like, I want her. I've had people tell me, I seen your profile and I was like, oh, I want the girl right there, just because they knew that I was black. You know what I mean? So I think that's very important, to find a therapist that's relatable to you. And I'm not saying that a white one won't do, because like I said, my first one was white, but it was nothing like the relationship I built with my black therapist that I seen for 5 years on and off. Like, she literally gave me auntie vibes. Like, I could tell her anything and she knew, and she would give me like her therapeutic opinion, like, okay, therapeutically, but then she'd be like, all right, but like auntie Denise though, like, sis, nah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I knew what she meant when she like, sis, nah. And not like, oh my gosh, she's judging me. It was just like, nah, come on now. You know you tripping. We can talk to each other that way.
Right.
It's not all cool. And I'm not gonna say it. It's just different. They got on a sweater, they drinking coffee, they got on glasses. Me, I'm at my house. You know what I mean? I'm chilling. I'm like this. I'm laid back. I talk just like this to my clients. It's something about feeling that comfort. You know what I mean? I don't be like, hello, this is Brandi Rahim. How are you? No, I'd be like, what's up? How you? We'll bring you to therapy.
I think that's what it might be like. I'm maybe in my mind, I'm thinking that it's gonna be like that, and it's like, how I'm gonna start this conversation, even though they're gonna be like, so tell me why you're here, and it's like, nigga, I want to unload. Like, nigga, I got this happen, I got that, but it's like, by you saying like, hey, what's up? Like, you like, you understand me.
Yeah, what we here for? What brings you here? Yeah. I try not to be so formal because people are already scared and like, what's she gonna be like? Sometimes I be eating. You know what I mean? If they eat and I eat so we can have lunch together, I want you to feel comfortable. I don't want it to be like me sitting here straight up, sweater on and blah, blah. Half the time my damn kids be in the background running up and down the stairs. Can we get a snack and shit? I be like, shut the like, trust me, a lot of my clients be like, oh my God, you have kids? And I'm like, yeah. And they run, my kids know to like go the other way. Don't walk behind the camera. But my youngest is 4. He'd be like, mommy, are you with a client? Man, and I was like, get your, but at least my client is seeing like, okay, she's like me. She's a mother. Her kids are doing shit, So when you normalize it, it makes people feel like, okay, this ain't like therapy. You know what I mean? This is me venting and talking to somebody who can relate.
Exactly.
And I think that makes it easier. So maybe you need to just find you somebody who's like me. I mean,
I'm for real though, real shit. Cause I don't know. I need to, man. I got some things that I deal with, and I just like you said, I just let it. I just sit on it and just don't, So whenever it's like it's due time to like, I feel like I'm about to blow up. It's like, you know what? Just have your drink, go outside, smoke, and just woosah.
Remember,
Better
that's
yet than
temporary.
But
sit,
that stuff
yeah,
goes
temporary,
away. The
yeah,
high
yeah,
goes
all
away.
of that go
The
away.
liquor goes away, and then
Yep.
you forced to sit back with yourself. So I'm gonna
Yep.
challenge you to go to make you a therapy appointment and show up. And I want you to be like, Brandi, I went to my first session.
I'm gonna let you know for real.
Please do.
Or
I'm
Go
you
on
can,
Psychology Today. Go
or
on Psychology Today.
yeah,
Go to the filter and put African
therapy
American
free.
and put male or female. Whatever your preference. But
mm,
do it. Do it though. Do it.
Yeah.
I think that I
Um,
think everyone should. But if you have scheduled and not shown up, I think you need to do it.
yeah, I did years ago. Like at the time, that was my girlfriend, but that was my wife at the time. Well, not now, but I told her, and I was like, and she was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and look it up. And she looked it up, and she finds somebody. The lady called, scheduled everything, and it's like bingo. And I was like,
You'll feel much better though, like if you make the appointment and you show up and you do it, because then it's like I did that for me. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times women do make the appointment for men, but it's like when you do it, I think you feel more empowered. And then when you really show up for yourself afterward, you feel like, damn, like I really did something for me. I don't think that we take enough time to do anything for ourselves. Everything we do is usually for somebody else. And so for me, therapy was the one time during the week that it was about Brandi for 1 hour. I didn't have to be mom. I didn't have to be friend. It was all about me. And I could talk about whatever I want to talk about for an hour. Like that was something that I felt like, damn, like I finally got something for me. You know what I mean? Like, so I think if for nothing else, just go to have that time for you where you could talk about only you and you can be selfish and, you know, just it could only be your world for an hour. I mean, it's only an hour,
Yeah.
but it just feels you feel so much lighter when you have let all that out.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you just like this what happened last week, nothing much, but this is some things that I was thinking about, whatever. It just feels so much better to let that stuff out.
Yeah, and then by you making it seem like you see, I never thought about it like that. Like I'm taking an hour to myself, like because I'm like
Yeah.
always around my kids. If I'm not around my kids,
Same.
I'm at work. So it's like
Yep.
it's 24/7. It's like nothing. I don't. My wife tell me all the time, "Hey, go take a few hours to yourself." I'm like, man, this is my hour. Like me doing podcasts or editing podcasts or just or going smoke, whatever. That's my
Yeah.
time. But actually, like sitting with a therapist for an hour and just letting it off your
Yeah.
chest. Yeah,
You deserve that. We
yeah.
deserve more than an hour, but if you gonna do anything, at least give yourself that hour. You know what I mean?
See,
It ain't.
I'm just so completely different from y'all. Like, I do not think I need therapy. I do not
Well,
like my wife.
there you.
The
My,
people that don't think they need therapy
That's the one that
need
needed the
therapy.
most.
The fact that you think you don't need therapy says you
Let
need
me explain. Let me
therapy.
explain. Let me explain.
I'm kidding. What's up?
Let me give y'all the rundown on why I think I don't need therapy. I went to therapy one time when I was 13 on my mama. But like you said, like you make sure you have a black therapist. Because this white lady was just bashing my whole family. And my mama was just sitting there crying. Like, mama, you could let this lady talk to us like that? You did this, you did that. And I was like, I started crying. I'm like, lady, you don't know me. You only listen to what my mom telling you. You're not even letting me explain what's going on. She's like, well, that's your mother. You're supposed to obey your mother. I'm like, I understand that, but you're not listening to my side. I don't want to hear it. So I blew up.
Oh, you've been traumatized by a
Yes,
therapist.
I blew up on the lady and I went outside to cry. But like my wife, she always say, we need therapy. We need therapy. We need therapy. We need therapy. It's like, oh, I said, we can go to therapy, but I can tell you what's going to happen right now. I'm not saying I'm a smart ass, but I just said, anything the therapist can tell me about myself, I already know. Anything the negative the therapist can tell me about myself, I know. I know how to fix that thing, but I have to choose to fix that. Yeah. I have to choose to be a better person. I have to choose to fix these negative traits about me. I say, I take that slowly but surely. And like, as far as me venting, I talk to my friend Derek. I talk to him every day. My brother. Every day.
But guess what? They have an emotional investment in you because they're your friends.
Nah, they tell me negative shit too. Like
it ain't about positive or negative.
Oh.
If I have a relationship with you, I'm biased. There's no way I can be objective if I know you. There's no way. There's no way. And not that, I give my friends solid advice and I'm a therapist, by trade. But when I'm talking to my friends, it's hard for me because I love them.
Right.
So I be like, girl, you tripping. That was wrong. You need to apologize. Even though I'm telling them that, I still feel something in my heart. You know what I mean? Like when you see somebody,
Right.
So, and there's also there's this like preconceived notion that we tell people what to do. I have never in my career told somebody what to do. That's not what a therapist does. So if a therapist is saying you need to,
exactly.
She was out of pocket because
a white woman.
Ethically, I can't tell you what to do because if you go do it and it don't work, you can sue me.
Exactly.
I ain't losing my license for nobody. Exactly. So a therapist is not to tell somebody what to do. That's not what therapy is. I think that we have seen so much shit on TV. We think that's what therapy is. Every time I was watching a show the other day and the girl went to a therapist, white lady, she had on a sweater. She had a mug with tea in it. She had a bookshelf behind her. It was a small office with couches. That is the stereotypical therapist. That is not how all therapists are. Before the pandemic, my office, I had like a bean bag, I had a diffuser, I had crystals, I had shit on my wall, like, you know what I mean? So it's not always like it is on TV. And like I said, I'm not here to tell you what you need to do or, tell you about yourself or, my therapist read me. This ain't that. What I do is I'm a wedding planner. So you tell me what your vision is for your life and what your goals are for getting there, and I'm just gonna help you piece that together, just like a wedding planner would do. You tell them your vision for your wedding day, they find the vendors, they set up appointments, they do all this stuff, but I'm just gonna help you make that come to life. So that's what I do as a therapist. When you come, I'm asking, what do you want for yourself? What do you see yourself? What are your goals for therapy? And I'm just helping you navigate. I'm the GPS. I'm just saying, maybe try the right. Okay, we tried the right, that didn't work. Okay, let's go left next time. Okay, how did that feel? Not good? Have you ever considered this? Have you ever tried? A lot of times I'm helping you come to the conclusion on your own because when you come up with it, you're more likely to do it. Right. When somebody tells you to do something, there's an automatic push or rebellion or like,
I
don't want to. Exactly. But the thing is, when we're talking and you be like, oh shit, I just figured it out myself. That's what I do.
Okay.
I walk you through. Okay, you tried that. Well, what about this? Have you considered this? Okay, well, let me tell you what I know. And then you say, oh, I never considered the fact that my childhood is why the reason I am this way as a husband. Mm-hmm. Crazy, right? And I'd be like, yup, see, you don't need me. That's my favorite thing to tell my clients. You don't need me. You're your own therapist. And they'd be like, no, you helped me, Miss Brandi. And I'd be like, I did not. What did I say? Because I don't want to take that credit. Mm-hmm. It's hard work to show up and do the work. Right. You do the work. I ain't doing it, and I damn sure ain't working harder than you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm the little navigation system. In 500 feet, maybe we should turn right. You know what I mean? Like, and you be like, shut up. We talking to the GPS, shut up. I know what to do. You know what I mean? And so sometimes that's what I get. Yeah, sometimes that's what I get with my clients, and I'm cool with that, But I'm here to help you see past what's right in your face. Mm-hmm. I'm helping you consider other things. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times we are looking right at what's in front of us, and that's all we can see and all we can think about. And sometimes it's way more than that. Right. So I'm just helping you make connections, but I'm never here to tell you what to do. And so some people feel like, well, I don't want to go because she's going to tell me to do. She shouldn't be telling you to do anything. Now we can give homework assignments, Right. But again, that's your choice whether you do it. I have some people come back and be like, girl, I ain't do that homework now. And I'd be like, okay.
I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, and I'd be like, okay, well, what we talking about today?
Well, I got another hour of bullshit to tell you.
Yeah, and if that's what they want to do, that's what they do, So, yeah, we have to change the way we think about therapy. I think that what we think about therapy is what's keeping us from going as Black people.
I think now, like, because, therapy wasn't pushed as an agenda as it is now. Mm-hmm. So now that it's like so pushed now, like you said, it makes you seem like you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Not want to do it because you'd be like, okay, like I see, okay, you went to therapy, but you still the same asshole. Like therapy made you better. Like, but I'm not looking at that saying as, that's you probably do things differently the way I would. So I shouldn't be judging you. So see, I'm smart. I shouldn't be judging you for that. So therefore, I I still feel that, I don't, maybe I should go because I don't mind going. I guess I'm just being, like I said, biased about those.
We have to stop thinking that therapy means that there's something wrong with you or that there's something to fix.
All right, I understand that.
You know what I mean? So people be like, you need a therapist. And I think now where back in the day, back in the day when white people went, black people like, oh, we don't do that. What happens in our house stays in our house. Now we use therapy as a weapon. Soon as we argue with somebody, your ass delusional. You need to go see a therapist.
Exactly.
Well, now people don't want to go because they feel like, well, so if I go, then I'm delusional, or if I go, something wrong with me. I have people that come to me that they're not struggling with any type of mental illness. They come because they want to vent. They come because, like, I had a girl come because her business was falling off. She wanted to rewrite her business plan, and that's what we did in therapy. She's like, this is stressing me out. I'm not getting clients anymore, and I don't know what happened. I was like, okay, so tell me about your ideal client. Tell me about your target market. What do you do for advertising? And I am in no way a business guru. You know what I mean? I'm an entrepreneur, but I got it just trial and error. You know what I mean? So
some gaming.
After an hour, shit, she like, oh shit, you got my juices flowing again. Now I'm passionate again. She's like, okay. And I said, okay, so what's the plan? We wrote down a plan. 5 things that she was going to do within the next week to get her business back up. She ended up moving locations and she texted me, oh my God, I got 4 new clients. You help me. And I'm like, I didn't do it. You know what I mean? You did it.
Yeah.
So sometimes the therapist can just see, because we're outside of the jar. If you're inside the jar, you can't see the label, right? So sometimes it's just the fact that I don't know you and that I'm on the outside, that when you tell me something, I can see something that you can't see because you're in it.
Exactly.
So don't think, oh, I don't think I need therapy. It's not about need. Anybody could find something to talk about for an hour. That's what it is. It's not that you're broken or that you need fixing, or people like, oh, she in therapy, but she's still the same person. Right. So we thought that therapy was a magic wand, because people are who they are at the essence. That's not going to change. Your personality is kind of stuck with you. Exactly. You know what I mean? So I'm not here to change you as a person. I'm here for you to
have a better understanding about certain things.
Yeah, and most importantly, yourself. I'm here to help you with the relationship with yourself, because once you improve the relationship with yourself, all your outside relationships will change anyway. Yeah, just as a byproduct.
Go to therapy, people be like, yeah, I see therapy and help you, but they be the ones who still the same, who drive you crazy. They still change, but the same person who telling you, oh, you should go to therapy, but you still the same asshole who making me still crazy.
Exactly.
But you still the stupid one. I'm doing everything the right way, but you still can't understand what I'm doing, how I'm changing. And they be like, oh yeah, I see you change, but you still an asshole. What the fuck?
Yeah. And the thing is, why are you looking for me to change? Exactly. You know what I mean? So I think that a lot of people that come to me for therapy, they really don't need, I'm not going to say they don't need it. They're really coming because the people around them need therapy and refuse to go. And so they're coming to me trying to figure out how to coexist with people that actually need to go to therapy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So a lot of times the people that do go, they're going because the people around them need help and ain't going. So they're like, for me, when I went, it was like, how can I survive around these effed up toxic people? You know what I mean? And I realized that I had to change who I was around, So it's not always you that's the problem. Sometimes you're coming because you're around chaos and drama and toxicity, and you need to learn how to navigate that. You need to get some coping skills. You need to learn how to have boundaries. You need to learn how to communicate effectively. You need to learn how to not hold grudges. You need to learn how to protect your peace. So it's not always that you're the problem. Yep. Sometimes we do be the problem now, but it's not always.
I never thought about that. Problem. I never thought about that. That is a good.
Yeah, like if your whole family is toxic, you need therapy because you've been affected. Yeah, you've been affected by that naturally because that's who you've been around. And so, maybe my family is toxic and I want to get rid of those traits, or I don't want to pick them up. And so I'm coming in therapy to learn that. So it's to learn about yourself. It's to learn about how the world has affected you, because we've all been affected by something. There is something in every person's life that we wish did not happen or that we didn't have to experience. So if you come in for anything, come for that, because a lot of things that happen to us have affected us greatly and we may not realize that. Excellent. Seeing Black people get killed on TV, even if you've never known anybody or experienced it, that can cause vicarious trauma, secondary trauma. Seeing somebody get hurt. You know what I mean? Like those things, it may not have happened to you, but it still affects you. Hearing about something can still have a traumatic effect on you. So again, we have to stop looking at therapy as like, oh, well, I never had nothing traumatic happen to me. I had a normal childhood and blah blah. Okay, but still, what have you heard? What have you seen? What have you been around? What is your best friend experience?
Yep, because I got a story about that. One time, y'all remember the song "More Money, More Problems"? You know, Biggie and well, one time we were listening to it, and my older brother, he's like, "Man, my friend just died." And like every time I hear that song, I think about that, and I'd be like, I don't like that song no more. Like,
Yeah.
No more. Like I just don't like it.
See how you correlate that song to that?
Yeah,
You know what I
that
mean?
experience,
Literally. So yeah, so that had a very deep impact on you for you to now associate that song with that moment.
every
You know what I
time.
mean? Some people like I can't eat certain food because when I ate that, I found out such and such. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
things like that. That's trauma.
Right.
And we all have that. Or, you know, I can't ride past a certain street, or, you know, I can't do this. Those things come from traumatic experience.
Hey,
I can't listen to a certain song. I can't watch a certain episode. I
Yeah.
can't listen to. I don't like this dude.
Yeah.
Episode.
Yeah. And even as kids, sometimes when things happen to us as kids, like, you know, maybe a certain cologne or a cigarette smell, it takes us back to a negative experience because our nose,
Right.
our nose goes straight back to the memory
That's
part of our
sweet,
brain.
yeah.
And so it may be, the smell of grandma's kitchen triggers me, because grandma passed away, and that's where I used to eat dinner at when I was a kid. You just never know. And so, like I said, all of us are affected by something. As much as we want to say, oh, I don't need, no, you have been affected by something. So
I'll be all right.
I'm going.
Says every black person.
Maybe this is what I needed to hear from somebody that's in that field. I'm going now. Like, I know by us talking about just everything, I know if I go sit down with somebody, I know I can see myself releasing some of this pressure that's I'm like holding down. I could see myself.
Oh, and you gonna cry too, because I can feel it.
I wanna fuck it. I wanna cry.
You gonna get in there and you gonna be crying. It's gonna be so great for you. I can see that for you.
Cause it's some nights when I work at night, so some nights I'm like, by myself driving. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I cry. Yeah, I ain't afraid to say it. I cry.
Yeah, you gonna cry. It's gonna be good for you. I can't wait to hear about it. I can't wait to hear about it. Crying is so therapeutic.
You gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Because I tell them everything. So like, I know if I come back and tell you, you be like, that's good, this and that, da da da. Them niggas gonna be like, man, you a bitch, da da da. But I know they don't mean it.
But they don't mean it.
Yeah. So
but we gotta encourage. Do not do that. We gotta encourage each other and be like, you know what? Like
they all heard me cry on the phone a lot of times.
And I think too, though, y'all are at an advantage because y'all have each other. I don't know many black men that have friends that they can really go there with.
But that's some people think that's gay.
What?
No,
that's so immature.
Hold on. I gotta tell you the story.
Immature.
I'm gonna tell you the story. I'm gonna talk.
Why are you still talking? Stop the podcast. I'm sorry. Stop the podcast. Stop the podcast.
No, I ain't stopping shit. I'm being honest. No, I'm being honest. This is the thing is we talk damn near every day, but it's not we
talk every day.
It's not just like regular conversations. It's about we do movies, we do podcasts, we have other podcasts, other stuff. So we talk about everything. So it's like I'm on the phone, I'm dealing with my kids, getting them school, all of this, da da da. So my wife is just like, she sees me on the phone, and like I guess one day, I don't know, I just left my phone in the room and I had my ear pods, and she's like, I guess the phone came and she was like, y'all still on the phone? Y'all been on the phone for 6 hours? That's gay. And I was like, no, that's not. Like, why that's gay? Because
but she better be lucky you have that, because it could have been another woman you was on the phone with for 6 hours.
We all did.
That would have been an issue, because a lot of men, that is what their outlet is. It's another woman, or it's something unhealthy. And so the fact that black men need each other, black men need other black men, and we have to stop saying it's corny, or he a simp, or he lame, or he gay. No, that's healthy.
The girl.
Women, we have that. We can call our girlfriends and talk for hours and nobody thinks nothing of it. Why don't men get the same? Why is there so much division between women and men? We all need the same thing. We were all babies, that grew up.
Why is that though, Miss Brandi? Why is that? Why is that?
Stupid, and that's what's killing us. The divide between the black woman and the black man is exactly what the white man wanted, because together we wouldn't have what we have now. They divided us because the man and the black man and the black woman together, oh my God, we can build nations. You know what I mean? Like, we could do extraordinary things, and they know that. So they keep this division because it keeps us where we are. Right. Baby mama, baby daddy, drama, kids growing up in chaotic and toxic households. So then that's how we're never able to get back on top. We can't even love each other. You know what I mean? When that's what we used to do, and that's all we used to do. So this is the white man's dream, us being crazy like this. You know what I mean? This is what they wanted. So people are like, oh, it's broken. It ain't broken. It's doing exactly what they wanted it to do. Divide. Yeah. They wanted to divide us. That's, black people hate each other. All that shit was their MO all along. That's what they wanted.
Yeah, we saw
Jim
Crow shit.
Literally, like, this is what they wanted. And so the sooner that we stop being divided and saying, oh, the man is black men ain't shit and black women, the sooner we stop doing that, we can get back right. We can get back right because we're both needed. You know what I mean? We talk about this submission and like the man need. It's a point in time for both to submit. You know what I mean? Because there is a time that men need to listen to their woman. We are the motor. Y'all the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that bitch ain't moving without the motor.
Facts.
So sometimes your woman can see things that you can't see. Sometimes we need to be that GPS for y'all. We want y'all driving, but babe, sometimes listen to me. Make a left. And I just, sometimes we have that intuition that we can feel something that maybe y'all can't. Our womb is where we get our intuition from. You know what I mean? Our gut, our stomach, our yoni. That shit is powerful. You know what I mean? And y'all need that protection.
So, Miss Brandi,
yeah.
Not to cut you off, but why Eve made Adam eat that apple?
I don't believe that.
I know that's not true. I'm just saying.
I believe that. And even that, again, they tell us that bullshit so that we think that women are at fault. Right? Women messed up humanity. Women are the reason we experience, everything gets blamed on a woman. We ain't do that shit. He shouldn't have fucking listened. And honestly, he had a wife. Her name was Lilith. But he didn't want to listen to Lilith. So he went and fucked with Eve, and her ass was karmic, and she got his ass. So that's what happened when you leave your good woman for the little side hoe. She takes you down the road of destruction. When your Lilith was the one who was going to get you right, but you don't want to listen to her. She wanted to get on top and ride, and he was like, nah, I'm the man, I get on top. So she's Saudi. So he didn't love to go get with. I'm telling y'all gotta do y'all research. That shit, that's bullshit. Lilith was Adam's wife. He didn't want her to she was the divine feminine. I'm getting spiritual. I'm getting spiritual, but she was his divine counterpart. There's the masculine energy and the feminine energy, and we need both. But he didn't want her to, the story that I write, he didn't want her to ride. She wanted to ride because she like, I deserve pleasure too. Why is it all about the man being on top? I want to be on top too. I want to ride. I want to, be my divine self. And he like, nah, I want to do this. And so he didn't want to do what Lilith wanted to do. So he went and found him an Eve. And look what Eve did. Then tempted his ass to eat an apple. You know what I mean?
God damn.
That story is literally where we are today. Black men leaving a woman to go be with the fun time, and then their life is fucked up because they just didn't want to trust their woman or listen to their woman. And it ain't about if you listen to your woman that she's in charge. It's a time and a place for each person to be in the lead position. So if we're married, it's not always the man leading. Yeah, you lead most of the time, maybe, but maybe you're sick. Can she run the household? You know what I mean? Well, if you go to school and you need to quit working, can she handle the bills? Then maybe that's her time to lead. Do you trust her? You know what I mean? Quit getting into this patriarchal, the man is macho and blah, blah. It's a time that you need to lean on your woman. It's a time you need to listen to your woman. And I think women too, I'm gonna get on us too. Now we're at the part where we feel like we the nigga.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a boss.
Exactly.
I don't need no man.
I was about to say.
And that's toxic too, because there is a time that you do need a man. I had to go get a tire put on my car on Monday and I was pissed. Where is my man? I shouldn't be doing this shit. Taking my trash out and there was maggots in the trash and I had to clean out I didn't want to do that. I don't want to be independent. You know what I mean? Like there is a place and there are characteristics that men have, characteristics that women have, and together we are complete.
Exactly.
But when there's just a man, he ain't complete. When there's just a woman, she ain't complete. What I have, he probably lacks, and vice versa. And that's why together we're complete. So we got to stop this stupid ass division. It's fucking us up. It's fucking us up, and it's fucking up our kids because that's what our kids are growing up to think. Well, I'm a hustler. I'm a this, I'm a that, and that's cool. Get your bread, baby. But that shit ain't gonna keep you warm at night. You know what I mean? That shit ain't gonna change your tire. I mean, you can learn, but I don't
In
want
your
to
trash can with the
Yeah,
magazine.
I don't want to be doing that. I mean, I'm gonna do it for the time being, but you know, there is a place for a man. And I'll go to say that honestly, I used to be that type of woman. I don't need no man. But guess what? I was raised by a single mother. I seen her as strong. She raised me by herself. I didn't go without shit. You know what I mean? So I felt like, well, shit, if my mama could do it, why can't I? I don't want to. I don't want to, because guess what? That's why we stress. That's why we angry. That's why we depressed. That's why we sick. I don't want that. I realize that with a man being in my life, when he comes, where he at, I don't know, he coming. But when he comes, my life will be better because I'll be able to flourish more in my feminine. Right now, I'm a single mother, so I am operating in my masculine and my feminine, which is not healthy for me. I'm supposed to be cooking. I'm supposed to be healing. I'm supposed to be nurturing. You know, getting the energy right in my house so that when my man come home, I can cover him from where he's been all day working and providing. That's supposed to be my role. But right now, I got to work. I got to do both. I got to work, provide, and then still come home and be nurturing. That's hard. Hey, you know, so we're all supposed to be in our role. I'm sorry.
Salute you, black woman, just for holding down, doing what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, for now.
For now, because till you get that male masculine energy.
Yeah, my divine masculine is coming. Okay, he coming.
Hey, but in the meantime, we salute women like y'all for doing y'all thing.
Appreciate it.
Don't think it's unappreciated because they got women who got men who don't do shit. So
and I had one. That's why I'm single. Okay, divorced. I was not. I was a married woman that was a single mom, and that wasn't fun. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know.
But man.
Yeah. So we gotta get in our rightful place, because I tell my female friends, if you're operating in your masculine, what you gonna attract? You're gonna attract the feminine. You get what I'm saying? So when women be like, "Oh, I got a man, he act like a bitch," well, that's because you acting all macho and mighty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to be in your feminine to attract your masculine. Right. Don't no man want to date a man. You feel me? Shit. So
yeah,
I mean, some do. Love is love, and to each his own. I don't want them to be like, "Oh, she."
To the LGBTQ community, this was not disrespect, but this
no disrespect, because I am an ally. Okay, love is love. Even in lesbian or gay relationships, there's still a masculine and a feminine. You notice that even in gay couples, somebody is still taking the masculine role. You get what I'm saying? True. So it don't matter. It's not about gender. It's about energy. There's masculine and feminine in everybody. And so you usually operate in one or the other more, and you're going to attract the opposite. That's just the law. You know what I mean? That's just the universe. There's masculine and feminine energy.
Yep. And there also is masculine and feminine energy. Oh man, I'm just fucking with you, man. But like, bro, I like this, how this whole conversation going, man. Like,
yeah,
it's like it makes. I still don't want to go to therapy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm this.
I'm not here to convince you, my brother. I'm not here to convince you.
Hey, my sister. You know what? You kind of look like us.
What you mean?
Like, no, you look like me and my brother.
Like we family.
No, like we look like we related. Like
we might be.
Yeah.
Where you at? You in Atlanta?
I live in Atlanta right now, but I'm from Louisiana.
Okay, we might be family. Who knows? We're all family.
Right. Black family, black sister, black brother, black mother,
Yeah.
but I still ain't going to therapy. But
Okay.
Man,
Why you ain't going to therapy? That makes me. I'm starting to think you really, really need to go. Like this week.
I should. Yeah, shit. Like I said, like I said,
You and your wife should go just for
no,
like
that- that-
maintenance
that's
or like a
what she
tune up. Like I tell people, marriage is
She
like,
been
you
telling
know,
me that. She been telling me like let's go to
yeah.
therapy, like a family therapist. We all need to go to family
Be
therapy.
proactive. A lot of people wait till shit is bad to go. And it's like if we was going just for a monthly check-in, we might not get to the bad. So maybe y'all should go just to, how long you been married?
13 years.
Oh, y'all need to go. Because sometimes you just need to go for like an oil change or a tune up. Like nothing's wrong, but things could be better. You know what I mean?
nigga,
Do
y'all
y'all
need
have
a whole new motor. Fuck y'all niggas need a whole new motor. Nigga. Fuck.
Hey,
you might need a
We need a new car. Shit.
you need a new transmission.
We need a new vehicle. We need to go to the lot. Shit.
See?
God damn.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, do y'all have a normal date night? Do y'all have a marked date night every week or every month?
Everything you saying. That's why I said you're right. I might need therapy because she wants to do these things.
Why don't you want to do it with her?
No, I do now. Like before, I didn't.
Yeah. If she's saying that that's what she wants to do,
I'm saying I changed because I was the type to be like, I'm not doing shit.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass. I work too much. I'm tired. Leave me alone. So, but whenever we get
you'll get there.
Yeah, we're there because like we do brunch on Sundays now. We do it.
Okay, good. So y'all are working on keeping that spark. But yeah, 13 years, that's a long time. And kudos to that. That gives me some type of hope, you know. Yeah. I love it. And I know it's hard. I've been married, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying I don't know what's like. I said,
you gotta have uncomfortable conversations to get through this threshold of bullshit you go through because I've been through some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, we're still rocking. So like I salute myself and her because shit, we could have
and it's so, it's so easy to just be like, fuck it. You know what I mean? So the fact that y'all sticking it out.
Yeah, like when I read a book that says it's easier to give up than to keep, staying together. Because like it's so easy to say fuck it. Fuck it. But it's hard to be like, let's have these uncomfortable conversations. And let's argue about it.
And the fact that both of y'all are willing is great because I know for me, like I wasn't the one that wanted to give up. I wanted to go. I wanted to do therapy. I want to do all these things. But if the other person isn't willing, then sometimes you do have to give up. So for me, I was like, I have to get out because I'm not going to be well in this relationship. So the fact that both of you guys were like, now we stand in this and we going to fight. I love it. I love that for y'all.
Oh yeah, definitely. I ain't gonna say it's easy, but we did it. So
yeah,
that's strong survive, man. Shit, it's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard.
It's hard. It is.
Or like concrete. So, but like you said, the other person got to be willing because if somebody ain't willing to like even sit down and talk and go through these things and be like, okay, this one needs to change, or how do we go through this and that? Because we could have easily been like, I'm about to shoot this motherfucker up and it's over. It could have easily been that, but
Yeah, and nobody's gonna trigger you like your partner. Like nobody is going to trigger you.
Say that again.
Listen, nobody will trigger you like your partner. Relationships literally are here to test you. We all are here. We all are here. We're all souls. And so the people that we're in relation with are the people that trigger us the most. They are the ones that's going to bring up that childhood trauma, those abandonment issues, those insecurities that you didn't know you fucking had. Nobody's going to get to you like the person you are in a relationship with or the people that you're in relation with.
Because they know everything and they go
because they can get to you like nobody else can.
Oh,
nobody, even the most calm, zen, namaste person, nobody can get to you like the person you're in relation with. Because I feel like I'm a pretty, I'm a therapist. I'm a pretty chill person and blah, blah. Listen here. I done almost went to jail a couple times. All that shit go out the window when you trigger. Therapist who? What degree? Because I'm going to fucking jail. You know what I mean? So, it's the people you're in relation with, So it's hard work.
Yeah, man.
But it teaches you a lot about yourself. Like you grow. In relation with people. So
you grow, you get to learn yourself, you get to learn them, you get to learn just the whole relationship, dating and being with somebody for so long and their ins and outs and stuff you can and can't deal with. What triggers me, what don't trigger me, what they like, what they don't like, you hate what they certain shit you just don't like they do and they still do it, but you just
it could trigger you so bad that you want to fight the people that's around you.
Projection, projecting. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, and when we're emotional, our decision making, the part of your brain, which is called the prefrontal cortex, right? It's up here. That part of your brain shuts off when you're emotional. So if I'm triggered or if I'm very emotional, my ability to make sound decisions is cut off. This part of your brain will not work when you're emotional.
Come in.
Your amygdala. When your amygdala is hijacked, your ability to make decisions is cut off. And so people don't realize that Snapped, the show, is real. Crimes of Passion is real. And so we have to learn how to regulate our emotions and how to self-soothe. Because one wrong move can change our whole life, You
would be like, shit.
And that's real. And you'll be like, I did not mean to, because maybe you really didn't. But your ability to talk yourself out of that at the time was blocked because your cortisol was so high. Your adrenaline was pumping. And those hormones were like, we got to survive. We can't think logically right now. We got to survive. And so sometimes what we do to survive and get our needs met gets us in a world of trouble or has us doing some unforgivable shit. Or saying, people have said stuff that they didn't mean. Yo, crackhead his mama. And then you like, baby, I'm sorry. I know your mama been clean, but I was so mad in the moment. I didn't call her a crackhead. And now he don't want to forgive you, but you like, I really did, I just lashed out.
I was mad. Like you shouldn't say I was mad.
I was mad.
I did that a lot. I say stuff I didn't mean.
My words used to be my weapon. I'm an Aries. I'm an Aries. I got a Leo moon. Like I'm fire. So I used to be very impulsive and quick to cut with my words. So
we Tauruses. We take until we can't take no more.
Oh, y'all bulls. Yeah, them bulls. Yeah, y'all ain't nothing to fuck with once y'all get mad.
I'm a bull. I'm a different type of bull.
You a Taurus too?
Twins.
Yeah, twin. Okay, I was gonna say y'all born.
But you know what's so crazy? Just for knowing them from years. Like,
what's your birthday?
May 15th.
They are different. Like they two.
I can tell.
They're twins, but they two different.
I can tell.
Like that.
Yeah. I fuck with Taurus though, cause y'all are super grounded. You know what I mean? Like I love the fact that y'all are like, I'm gonna be so cool. Like it take a lot for y'all to get there. Where Aries, it don't take much to piss me off. You know what I mean? But I feel like Taurus, y'all so grounded. But then, like you said, when y'all get there, it's no getting y'all down because it took a lot for y'all to get there. So
maybe that's why you see me. You said you was like, when I was saying I'm going to therapy, you was like, you gonna cry because I'm a Cancer.
You a Cancer? Okay. I felt water. Yeah, I felt water.
I felt it.
No, I'm so big on energy though. Like when I was talking to you, I'm like, oh, you gonna cry? I could feel it.
Yeah, she felt it. She's like, you gonna cry? Why?
No, yeah, I could feel it. Like sometimes when I'm talking to people, I'm very empathic. I don't know if you guys are like spiritual, but like I'm an empath, and so a lot of times I can feel people's energy. So if I'm around somebody and they feel sad or sometimes I feel sad because they need to release that. You know what I mean? And so I felt when you were talking, I was like, oh, you're going to cry because I literally felt like I wanted to cry. So yeah, I could pick up on that. But yeah, it's going to be great for you.
That's nice. You could have easily said, oh, you're a bitch.
He is not. I rebuke that. He is a strong black king who is in touch with his emotions.
That's just how we clown. We don't.
But look though, quit clowning like that because words are energy.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So what you say, that's energy.
You're right.
He's a strong black king who's in touch with his emotions. That's powerful.
Right.
A man that can be human. A man that can be bitch. Stop it. Stop it. This is why y'all need feminine energy. This is why y'all need feminine.
About to make me cry. Let me stop.
This is why y'all need feminine energy. Y'all don't be right. When it's too much masculine, y'all don't know how to act. This is why y'all need the loving, nurturing energy of a feminine. Because y'all be cutting up.
This is the Fuk Outta Here podcast.
See? We do. Y'all ain't right.
And it's worse off air. Yeah, trust me. If we said off air, we would have those shows.
When I looked this up, I had to look it up to see what I was getting myself into. I said, "Oh, they about to get on here clowning." It's called the Fuk Outta Here podcast. They about to be straight clowning. And I was like, maybe I should put on like another shirt or something. But when I said, "Oh hell no, they about to be clowning," I'm about to be myself on this motherfucker. I'm be cussing the promotion.
Nah, maybe come as you are.
Yeah, for sure. Like, oh, she's a therapist and she talks like that. Yes, I do.
I kind of like when I saw your picture, I was like, okay, yeah, she looked like normal, not like no woman who would sit straight, proper up, and say, "Hi guys, how are you guys doing?"
No,
my name is.
I'm not no square. I am no square. 4 kids out here, divorced. I done been through some shit. I'm your trap hood therapist. Okay,
keep trapping, doing what you.
Yeah, I'm here to help my people, and I'm not gonna do that by acting like I'm just perfect Patty.
I can tell, man. Like like you said, I can tell you're a good therapist when you do your thing and like you help a lot of people, man. And like I know people who need help. Like I got friends, like female friends who need help with shit. So
I'll send them. And you.
She's saying you.
You're right. Like I'll holler at my wife, see if she wanna do a little chat.
Oh, you know what would be so player though?
What's that?
If you like found a therapist, made an appointment, and told your wife like, "Babe, I made us a therapy appointment." Like you would get so much like something that night that it would just be like, "What you did? What?" And she been mentioning it, like for you to just do it and just tell her like, "We got an appointment with a therapist on October 1st at 3." Like. Listen, I would be like, what? I'm taking what side of the panties do you want? What
I feel that energy, Blake. I feel that energy. I feel the energy right now, Blake. It's just there, Blake. The energy from that whatever side she is, it got me snorking.
No, you said October 1st. That's our birthday. That's crazy. Like when you said that, that's
bro. That's crazy.
Telling you, go ahead and do it. Wow. I'm telling
Nobody want to go to therapy on their birthday, though. Blake.
Okay, maybe. Okay, but on her birthday, tell her the therapy appointment date or something.
I think that's a gift. That's some type of gift.
That is a gift.
Yeah.
Like,
if that's what she want, like it take a lot. Sometimes it's hard for us women to ask for what we want. My IG is divine DIVINE _ Empress EMPRESS _ B
_
Empress
IMP.
No, EMPRESS.
EMPRESS. The Empress the Kia? Oh wait, that's not you.
No.
_ B.
Spelling in DAVINE.
DIVINE.
DIVINE.
Divine Empress
_ Empress
EMPRESS _ B for Brandi
_ B.
B is in boy.
There we go. Brandi Dola Shara, right? With the
that's me.
All right. You just gotta follow from Sayso Graphics.
Yeah.
That'll be all right, man. So I'm gonna set that up, man. See. Do a little one session, quickie.
One session?
I'm trying to do a little one session, man. Just send me the ticket, you know what I'm saying?
She would love that. She would so love that.
Do a little one session. Do a little family session.
Y'all got kids? How many kids y'all got?
1.
Okay. How old?
12. She'll be 13. 12.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, the fun age. My oldest is 13.
The rebellious age.
Yeah, they are just big.
Yeah, Miss Brandi, we appreciate you for stopping by, giving us all.
Thank you for having me. I had so much fun.
Yeah, y'all's welcome back to run your shit.
Yeah, y'all should like be a guest on my podcast. Like,
oh, definitely.
Please, I would love to have y'all. So
definitely,
yeah. I'm on Apple too. I'm at Heal You, Hold You. I haven't recorded in a while, but yeah. We're gonna keep in touch though, because I want to know how DJ Truth's session went when you go to
I got it.
you gotta keep in touch with me so you can let me know how that went. But yeah,
like, Dad, you with the therapist? Like going to this shit.
No, man, I'm gonna go for real.
He's going. I feel it. He's going. He's there.
I'm going.
You know when you go after I do my session with you, I'm gonna say, yeah, man, go to Brandi, man. She did a good job.
No, man, I'm going to look it up, man. I'm going, man.
Look at kiddos. Hi, kiddos.
Leave them alone. They are. Look, it's bedtime.
I made mine go to bed. I was like, I got something to do at 8:30. Yeah, bedtime is 8:30. Go to bed.
Hell yeah. But before we let you go, we always do a fuck out of here of the week. We say anything that we don't like. It could be your job, it can be work, it could be your ex, it doesn't matter. Then we give them the
fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
So we'll let you to guess. Go ahead and start it off.
Self-doubt and procrastination.
Doubt and procrastination. Y'all can get the
fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Please and thank you. Yes, out of here.
All right. I'm gonna get a fuck out of here to leadership. If you're a manager at a company and you suck your leader, then you need to get the
fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Mines go to people that still making excuses. I'm not going to give you all the back rundown, but listen, stop with the excuses. Stop. So,
fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Write the word, then the definition. Write the word, then the definition.
All right, Taurus twin.
My fuck out of here is fuck out of here means forgiving on heart, right? I just want to forgive anybody who ever been, man. I'm just sorry, so heartfully sorry, man. If I offended anybody, if I called you a bitch on the phone, if I called your wife this and that, if I was looking at your breast the whole time I was on this podcast, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry, everybody. I'm just so sorry.
What?
Fuck out.
I'll say that out loud.
Fuck out of here.
Oh
okay.
shit. All right.
That's a joke, man.
Nah, man.
All right. Well, at least being honest. That's part of therapy.
That is. I appreciate that.
Thanks.
All right, man.
Nah, we appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
For coming through.
Thank you. I had so much fun.
In the meantime, between time and the God that never lies, unless I have to say so.
And it's your bearded dad, DJ Troop. See
We
y'all
out.
next week.
Peace.